Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Urban Politics, and I'm your humble host, Phys Ed Music. Want to thank you all for liking and subscribing, As soon as you have a chance after this video, take a little self over to YouTube, like and subscribe, Phys Ed Music, Urban Politics. But without further ado, I want to run into this ish, and let's talk about something that's interesting. Have you ever heard of a heckler's veto? A heckler's veto. What is that? You would ask yourself. I ask myself the same thing. Check it out. College kids shout over a speaker whose message they don't agree with at college campuses. Interesting. So what is that about? You might have a liberal college. You tend to have a lot of students who are liberal at a college. Why? A college has what? 20 somethings, young folk. Young folk are usually liberal. That's what Winston Churchill said. If you have a soul, what he said, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said basically, if what he said, if you're young and you're not a liberal, you don't have a soul. And if you're old and you're not a conservative, then you're ignorant or not wise. Something like that. But basically, he was even saying that too. That usually your liberal thoughts and ideas are held with the young. So a lot of times on some of these college campuses, they'll have speakers come who have views, of course, who the young people just don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? You might have a person who's coming speaking against trans rights, or a ultra conservative person coming and saying some stuff that they think might be kind of anti people of color, or anti transgender community, or whatever, anti LGBTQ IA community. All of that type of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times the kids would just boycott the speaker. You have the speaker in the auditorium doing their thing or trying to do their thing, and then you got a crowd of young people outside with their signs and all that saying, we don't want this person on the campus, where those people don't want the person on the campus. But obviously the people who came to see that person speak does want them on the campus and does want to hear their viewpoint, even if it's opposing. I get it. A lot of these days, you know what I'm saying, the youth is all about hate speech and all of that type of stuff. But guess what? We still have to hear those views that we do not agree with. And the left a lot of time needs to get that ingrained in them, to know that. Guess what? Everybody doesn't agree with you. Some people do have opinions that are egregious and are horrible. But guess what? This is America, and they still have freedom of speech to express those opinions, right? Now, I've gone on record as saying this. I'm going to go ahead and say it again. I've said it on my show, Urban Politics. The Ku Klux Klan. I obviously don't agree with their message, right? All of their rhetoric is against people who look like me, right? Right? But guess what? They have the freedom of speech to feel the way they want to, right? If they want to do these lame marches on the Capitol of Ohio State or downtown Columbus, guess what? Knock yourself out. It's interesting how they never do them down Livingston or down Oakwood. The Klan never brings those protests to the hood. I don't know why. But my point is they have the freedom of speech to do it. This is America. And how about this? I might not agree with what you're saying, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. See you around like a donut.